Hey, what's up, Jeff? Quick demo video for you for your MK1. I know this has been kind of a long time coming for you. I was just on a live stream over on Zach's channel or Darth Revan Blades, where I was a terrible guest because I just sat around and did this the whole time. But I got this done. I wanted to go over it with you. It's installed with the Profi V2. It's got my own chassis back here. 2-button setup. So your front switch here, over here is going to be your activation. And then your back switch over here is your auxiliary. This can be a little finicky when this when you're using these bubble cards. I do have a little piece of tape over on the underside of the bubble card, just a strip over the aux space and then a strip over the activation space. So it needs to stay in this orientation, right? Just like this. But it's working fine now. Everything's good there. This is just not one of those sabers that you go dueling with. This is kind of a showpiece, right? It's got a Rudy Pando crystal chamber. You've got the stock V3s, or the V3 MPXL in here. So this takes a recessed Neopixel blade. How you get to the chassis, though, is you just open up this guy right here. This comes out. We'll do it like this. So you take that out. Here's your Profi board right here. When you look over here, easy access to your SD card and your micro USB. You do have the small recharge port though, and then you have a kill key right here. On the underside is where I came through with my wires, and those are tucked in there nice and neat. They go around the battery and up into the board. This slides right over, no problem, but that is open area back there. So what we want to do is just come over here with the kill key and flip it.
Goodness, you're not one to trifle with, are you?
You'll hear that. I do have all of your sound fonts and your config on this saber. So we'll go ahead and twist this on and lock it down. Tightens down all the way. And then, of course, to get to your chamber, you want to twist it counterclockwise until it stops. Pull it all the way up, and then you can twist it clockwise to lock it in place. And I'll turn this light off. And then you can see you've actually got 2 small quartz crystals. This is similar how I do my chamber. And then a pixel accent underneath each of those crystals so that they would have even light distribution, right? If I were to just use one and try to light both of those up, it wouldn't look right. So I had to shove an extra pixel in there. You cannot turn the saber on in this orientation right here because the piece of the clamp card, let me turn this light on. The piece of the switch holder right here, it actually rests on this guy when it's locked down in place. So you want to take it, lock it down, and then we'll twist it closed. Just like that. Some people when they install these, they just make long wires for the emitter. So that way when you pull this grenade section out, it kind of stretches. I don't do that. I make this piece of the emitter all wireless. So if I were to come in here, I'll do it this time to show you. It's not recommended to do this though because it needs to be clocked in a certain fashion. But I make it like that, right? So I've got that little piece there that holds that blade PCB. That goes up to your stock PCB right there. And all of that makes contact with these pins right here, and you can still see your crystals lighting up underneath that guy, but it makes contact with those 7 pins. When we screw all this back down and those pins make contact, and I come over here and I turn the saber on like that, auxiliary down here, now you can take this when the saber is on if you wanted to and undo this so that you can see your crystal chamber. Right? And then when we get done doing that, even when the saber is still on, you can still bring this guy down and lock it in place. And you'll see your emitter turn on. Maybe. Gotta be kind of careful with this guy. There we go. And then your PCB will turn on. And we could twist off if we wanted to. We could swing this on. What you don't see is the new Rudy Pando chamber that you've got. It actually holds the speaker right here. It's a 28mm Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker. And this slot right here that you see in your clamp switch or your clamp area, and these two holes, that's your sound venting. It's not going to come out of here because these are plugged up, right? But yeah, your sound venting comes out of this slit right here in these two holes, and it sounds really good.
Meet a true Sith.
Crystal chambers lighting up really well. Here's the back piece where your fins are at. And we bring it back down, lock it in. Pins are back in.
I am Sith. You are helpless. You are nothing. I am Sith.
So when you're all done with everything, you just take it and you unscrew this again. We'll just unscrew this here. This has an 18350 battery in it, so it's smaller than your average Neopixel saber. That's all that fits in this guy. We'll just come over here and flip the kill key and then you're done. It is a lot smaller than your average Neopixel saber, so you're not going to get as much runtime, obviously, than you would an 18650, right? But it's still plenty of time to turn this guy on and enjoy it for a while, and then you just have to plug it back in. I actually threw this battery on my charger before I wired it up and wired it to the over to the recharge port, so I can test this saber with a full battery. One thing I noticed is these greeblies, they're not staying on very well. It kind of came to me this way. I wasn't worried about it when I took them out. I might do something to try to lock that down a little bit better, because I'm not liking how this is not locking down properly. This one is pretty tight, it's not going anywhere, but this guy is kind of giving me some trouble. So I'll tighten all that up before I send this out to you. But I just wanted to demo this to show you that it was done, show you that you know, everything is firing up, it's doing what it should. So if you got any questions, let me know. All right, thanks.